Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Glen Hawke, and it is great to bring you this very special episode of Blue Sox Banter, dropping a little bit early this week. It is Monday, the 16th of November, and if you're following the Sydney Blue Sox on social media, you will know that Manny Ramirez is on his way. He has left his home in Miami, Florida, about to board a plane, and will be landing in Sydney very, very soon. Exciting times for the club, exciting times for Australian baseball, and we can't wait to have him here for the Sydney Blue Sox this year. Now, we haven't heard from Manny since he linked with the club a couple of months ago. He hasn't given any interviews up until now. We spoke to him exclusively for Blue Sox Banter a couple of days ago. Let's hear what he had to say. Manny Ramirez, hello and welcome.
Hey, nice to meet you, man. I'm back. Manny is back. Tell me, Manny, how's life in Miami, Florida at the moment? Man, right now it's raining a lot, and it's raining dogs over here, man. It's raining too much.
Well, I can tell you the sun's shining in Sydney at the moment. You're in for a treat when you head to Australia.
Woo! Yeah, I'm not that excited. I gotta spend 14 days.
Yeah, 14 days in quarantine. We'll get to that. It's a long time, but let's go back. Manny, you're playing in Japan up until 2017. You've been out of baseball playing wise for a little while. How have you been connected to the game in the last couple of years?
Ups, and also, keeping myself busy, helping in high schools and stuff like that. Just teaching kids how to hit.
So, at what point then did the idea come across your mind or your agent's mind about coming to play baseball in Australia?
This is how everything went down. I was with my friend in the field, and I was hitting some bombs, and I was hitting good. So I sent the video to my agent, and my agent saw the video, and he said, "Man, you look like you could still play." And I said, "Yeah, I could hit a little bit." And then he said, "Hey, you want to go and play in Australia?" And I said to him, "Let me think about it." And then I said yes. And why not?
Yeah, why not indeed? So you're still working out, you're still hitting, you've still got that itch to scratch your baseball.
I try, I always try to keep myself in shape. Just.
You look like you're still in shape and you're ready to hit. You I suppose it's that natural talent that you might not have been playing as much, but that natural talent and that want to keep playing and hitting is still there.
I guess I do it, just like for exercise. I like to hit maybe 200 swing every day. I do it just for fun, and it's something that I love, to do, and that's another thing that I use, just to keep myself busy.
So tell us, you've signed the deal with the Sydney Blue Sox. You're coming out here. How have you been? How's your initial working relationship with Adam and Shane and the rest of the team? How's it been dealing with the Blue Sox?
I'll be talking to Adam, and I'll be talking to the rest of the team, man, and the way they talk to each other and the way they treat each other is like family. So I'm looking forward, just to be part of that family in Sydney, and go and have fun and help out. And also, those young players, that they need help, all my experience that I had in the MLB, just pass it on and help somebody.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, what is it that you, at this time in your career, what is it that you hope to get out of it personally, and what sort of legacy do you hope to leave on the Sydney Blue Sox and I suppose more widely the Australian Baseball League and baseball in the country?
I guess what I'm trying to accomplish, is to help. It's a bunch of guys that they coming up, that they need a lot of advice. And I have it because I went through for 20 years in the MLB. So I got a lot of knowledge for the game, and I could pass it on, and not only passing all the knowledge that I know, just meeting people, being part of the family of Sydney, and that's gonna be a part of my career. I think I'm gonna be the only player that play in 3 continents.
Yeah.
America, Japan, and Australia now.
Well, tell us, what do you know about Australia? You've never been to Australia before? So yeah, you've never been to Australia before. What do you know about the country?
I don't know anything about the country, to be honest.
No, no understanding of any famous Australian people or famous Australian cities or landmarks?
I don't know anything. The only thing I know, put some shrimp at the barbie. That's it. I used to have a roommate. He was from Australia when I was in the minor leagues.
Well, Manny, I think, you know what, we can organise a couple of shrimps on the barbie for you when you come out here. Manny, you did have a couple of offers, but why in the end did you want to settle on coming here to Sydney? What was it about Sydney that appealed to you?
I guess the name, Blue Sox. I play for the Red Sox, and also the big city.
Yeah. Well, you were a White Sox at one stage. You were the Red Sox, and now you've completed the trifecta as a Blue Sox now.
I'm in a Blue Sox now. All the Sox, all the colors.
You've had some discussions with the players. I know you've had a couple of Zoom calls with them. What's been your impressions of what have you learned about your soon-to-be teammates so far?
They work hard, all of them, they work and then they go and play. That said a lot. When somebody's working and then after doing all the hard work and then they gotta go and train and be prepared for a season, that tells a lot about a person.
It's a very different sporting lifestyle, I suppose, to that of a Major League Baseball, or I suppose
Major League Baseball, yes.
So tell us about yourself. You said you've been you're taking plenty of swings, you're working out, but what have you been doing, I suppose, in the last couple of months to prepare yourself for the league this year?
Man, you don't want to know what I've been doing. Like my schedule is like crazy. Like I wake up like around 6. So then I go and have breakfast 6:30 to 7. Then I go and do like an hour of Pilates. And then after that, I go to the field and do some agility movement. And then after that, I go and hit like for an hour. So I'll be taking maybe like almost like 200 swing every day. And man, I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that to my body. I'm not 21 anymore. But it's something that I like to do. It's something that I love to do.
When you announced that you're coming to Sydney and you wanted to play baseball again, I'm sure there's plenty of people who thought that at 48 years of age, is Manny Ramirez coming to Sydney for a holiday. But I suppose you've just answered the amount of work that you've been doing. This is a serious trip to Sydney. This is all about game time.
Hey, where it's a will, it's a way. So once you love something and you want to keep trying, you want to try to see if you still could do it, and why not? And the only way to do it is just go 100%.
I suppose when you start, the baseball has been your entire life, from when you grew up as a boy in the Dominican Republic, when you moved to New York and to America with your family. That passion never leaves you, right?
Man, it's in your blood. Like Dominican players, man, that's in your blood. Like even when you retire, you also playing like every Sunday softball and stuff like that. Man, that's in your blood. The country, they love the game. It's like, I bet you in Australia, like cricket and all that kind of stuff, all those kind of games, freebie, they love it.
Tell us about those really early days in the Dominican. Where did that passion for the game, or where did do you remember your first moments being involved with baseball?
Oh yeah. When first I started playing like when I was like 7. We from the capital, my grandfather, he loved the game so much, and I used to play in the street like when I was 7. And I guess like in Dominican Republic, that's the number one sport that everybody plays. All my friends and around the neighborhood, we just playing, and then that's the way we got this love for the game, because we like to compete, and also it's an escape from the island.
There's so much to cover in your career, and we're certainly not going to cover it all here today. But I suppose it's, when did you go from that point where you played it as just a love, a passion, to that moment where you thought, you know what, I'm a pretty good hitter and I could make a career out of this? When did that moment happen for you?
I don't know. Like that moment happened to me. Like go and play the game and play the game for fun. Like to these days, like my friends, they're the one who called me and said, "Man, but I didn't know you got 500 doubles. I didn't know you got this, you did that." And I said, "Man, I can't believe it." Like I never stopped. Like just to watch on my numbers and say, "Man, I was good." And I guess that was a good thing for me, just to keep me humble and keep fighting, just to go and compete and beat all those teams that we play against.
And I suppose that's been one consistent throughout your entire career, is that whenever you took the field, you looked like you were having fun.
You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So why not enjoy it? Life like it's your last day. I saw so many guys, that I played with, that they made it with me to the big leagues, and they got hurt and they couldn't never come back. That's another. Just go and enjoy it. Why not? It's a game, we all know it's a business, but something. Once you in there, just do your thing. If you give 100% and things doesn't come the way you want it, that's it. You did all you could.
And I suppose that's what you will find when you link up with the Blue Sox. You've got a number of teammates now who are young guys in their early 20s who are going through that minor league system, who are hoping to one day progress through to those big leagues. I suppose it's those experiences on and off the diamond that you're able to impart on these young guys, these life experiences of what it takes. And I suppose that message is to remember that it is a game, and it's a game to enjoy.
Yeah, and listen, the game is like everything that you're gonna do in life. You gotta be focused. You gotta know when you could go out, when you're not supposed to go out. You have to have a balance on what you really want. When times come to go to a party or to go out with this girl, you're gonna say, "No, I'm gonna stay in. I got a game tomorrow and I gotta represent." So that's something that you're gonna do. But some people don't understand that. People, they think that the club is not gonna be there, so they want to party every weekend, and then when they come to the field, they can give 100%. So you gotta be committed to be the best.
And I suppose that takes a lot of maturity and a lot of dedication, because you get to the big leagues, you get to play under the bright lights, and there's a lot of temptation there and a lot of opportunities for you, but to be able to maintain that focus is really tough. And I suppose at the end of the day, not everyone has the capacity to do that.
And you said it, like not everybody got the capacity to do that. But it come to this. How about you want it? Hey, you gotta make a choice. You want to be the best, or you want to be one of a million. You gotta make a choice. You gotta make a choice.
And so important to make those right choices in a game where in a league where you play 162 games in a season. There's no other sport in the world that is like that you play so much.
It's hard. Let me tell you, it's hard, and it's hard to be the best. Because you play 162 games, and like every week, maybe you get a day off a month, 1 day off a month, and you gotta be traveling, and then you gotta be ready for the game. Sometimes you go late to the hotel, then you gotta wake up and you got a 1 o'clock game. It's hard, but that's when you gotta take care of your body and your mind.
We, as I said, there's so much to touch on your career, but I want to go back to coming to Australia. So you've been working out, you're ready to go. You're flying out of LA in a few days' time, heading to Sydney. You then have to face 14 days quarantine. Have you wrapped your mind around how that 14 days is going to play out?
I know it's gonna be hard, like I'll be working so hard, like for 3 months, and then I gotta stay in a hotel for 2 weeks. So I guess I'm gonna be running in my room,
running laps around your little hotel room.
in the room. But the good thing is I got a couple of books that are gonna be reading and meditating, and things that I really wanted to do, and I know it's gonna be hard, because I haven't played like in 4 years, and then with these 14 days, I'm gonna be behind. But hey, listen, but any way I can, to pass it on, all this knowledge, those young guys that they're gonna be there. It's gonna be a great experience.
Have you spoken to the coaching staff about your role in the team this year? Are you going to bring the outfield glove with you, or is it going to be a DH role? Or
I guess I'm probably gonna be. We haven't talked about it really, but I guess it's gonna be like a coach player, and we got a nice hitting coach, Rochelle. She's awesome. Like I'll be talking to her, and she's awesome. She's unbelievable, and also I'm excited to see her so I could learn from her and she could learn from me.
Yeah. I spoke to Rachel in our last episode of the podcast, and she was
she's awesome. She's good.
Incredible person.
She's an incredible person. She's respectful. She's not playing around. She knows what she want. She knows what she want, and she want to get it. It's two type of things: knowing what you want and going to get it. She knows what she want, and she go get it.
She's probably one of the most. She's one of the most determined, focused people I've ever met.
I'm scared.
I don't think I'd like to get in the weights room with her, Manny. She looks like she can lift some serious weights.
Oh man, hey. I'm happy she's on my side.
I suppose going back, you said you have been hitting a lot, but you haven't been playing. And we all know there's a difference between hitting off a tee and hitting in a cage. And going back to that environment where you get to compete again, is that something that you're really looking forward to again?
No doubt. I can't wait. And the only way you're gonna get ready is playing games, and facing pitchers, and striking out, hitting ground balls to the shortstop, breaking bats. Hey, that's the only way you're gonna get it.
Have you placed any expectations on yourself on your own game coming into Sydney?
I just want to stay healthy. It's gonna be a challenge. Those 14 days. No running, no stretching. It's gonna take time because listen, like I'll be working for 3 months, and then when you're gonna be sitting down in a hotel for 2 weeks, it's like you're throwing away like all those 3 months of workout that you did. But mentally, I know I got to go back and work slow.
What are you looking forward to most about coming to Australia?
I want to meet the guys. I heard a lot of nice things about the team. Adam, he's been unbelievable, and in any way I can help, I'm there. You know, it's not something that I'm demanding to go and play every day. I just want to go and help. It's a lot of young players that they're gonna need advice. They're gonna need coaching, and not only in the field, it's also off the field. So it's gonna be awesome. You know, any way you could help.
Manny, you sound like you're genuinely excited about coming to Australia and getting back into baseball again.
Man, to be honest, I'm excited, and especially that uniform is hot.
It's very exciting for you, but I can assure you, I've spoken to some of the players, the coaching staff, and they're thrilled that that you're going to be coming out here and being part of it this year. I've got to thank you for your time, Manny. We've had a few technical challenges today, but I think we've almost got there. Now, I've got a question for you without notice, but I finished this podcast by asking our guests, what is your greatest moment in baseball? Now, that's a really tough question for a person who has achieved so much in the game. But if I ask you that question now, what's your greatest moment in baseball? What would be the first thing that comes to your mind?
My greatest moment will be one day that I was in LA. They gave me the day off that night. So I got to the field. I didn't went outside. I didn't stretch. I didn't do anything that night. And in the seventh inning, they tell me, hey, you're going to hit. You're going to hit with bases loaded. And I said, man, okay. So I went and put my cleats, and I come out, and I hit a grand slam that night. That was crazy. It was unbelievable. That day, I didn't do anything. But you know something? It's not what you do. It's what you got here, the confidence that you got here. When you got it, you got it. I was one of those guys, man, that I knew I didn't have to go outside and hit BP and do this and do that. I knew I had it. It don't matter who's pitching out there. Confidence.
Manny, thank you for your time today. As I said, we had a few technical issues that we had to overcome. I think we got there in the end. It's been incredible to talk to you. Travel safe out here to Australia. And
thank you.
I really look forward to seeing you and chatting you on the podcast again real soon.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, there he is, Manny Ramirez, with his first exclusive chat with Blue Sox Banter, and we can't wait to have more of those chats as once he gets into Australia. That will be this week. He flies in. He'll do his 14 days in quarantine. Then he will be part of it, the Sydney Blue Sox campaign this year. We cannot wait for him to be in that uniform, and as you heard, he can't wait to be wearing it as well. Of course, it gets underway. We can lock in now. 18th of December, Sydney Blue Sox taking on the Melbourne Aces. Get your tickets online, sydneybluesox.com.au. Go there for your membership and all your merchandise details as well. And of course, you can follow everything that's happening with the Sydney Blue Sox by following our socials at Sydney Blue Sox. Well, that's it for another great episode. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time on Blue Sox Banter. Blue Sox Banter is a Caris Communications production hosted by me, Glen Hawke, for the Sydney Blue Sox.